Hey everybody, Brian Gallagher here from Meg Academy, and as you know, I am here to see that you live the life you've always envisioned for yourself and to advance the profession of physical therapy. And I'm here with you to actually express that in this 4-part series, I want to take up each one of the models of physical therapy for your benefit. The first model is going to be part 1 today, the in-network model. Then we're going to talk about the out-of-network model, part 2. The following week. And then we're going to get into the cash-based model, part 3. And then part 4, we're going to do the hybrid model. And there's 2 types of hybrid models, one with 2 tax IDs and one with 1. And we're going to kick that around a little bit. Some of them, the 2 tax IDs kind of fallen out of favor, but I'll give you the theory behind it and what went on when that time comes. But right now, let's talk about the insurance model. This is by far the most popular model in a bricks and mortar physical therapy practice that we set up for clients across the country. Maybe potentially it might be you. We fortunately have never had a startup fail. It's just never happened. Every single startup we've ever laid our hands on and worked with, we've mentored and coached and trained and given credentialing services and billing services and so on and so forth, have been successful. We've done 24 in 18 months. So it's been a flurry because I think due to 2020 and everything that happened, a lot of us had some soul searching and we said, you know what? I want to have the steering wheel in my hands of my life and I want to drive it in my own direction for the benefit of my family, my group, and my community. And I applaud you for that. I mean, at some point, it does get old working for others, right? It is way better to make your own hours and have the same, high level of quality care that you provided by those around you because you have ensured that they're professionally enhanced to do so. That was what gave me great pride when I opened my practice was I definitely know there's higher caliber of clinical care being delivered here. No shake and bake going on in my clinic. And rightly so. We won Practice of the Year in 2011, not because of me, but because of the staff. And I couldn't have been prouder of their accomplishment in doing that. So if you're aspiring to do that, I think the insurance model is a very good model to go with because about 170 million Americans are employed. So let's talk about how you want to set that up and how you know you're actually grooving in a positive way with this insurance model. Grooving. I'm going to hear about that. Credentialing. Most people have insurance that they're getting paid for through their employer or they're paying a portion and they want to take advantage of that benefit. They absolutely want to get their money's worth out of the benefit they're paying each and every month. Now, we know the insurance model in the healthcare system in the United States is broken and it's ridiculous. I mean, I can just tell you, I tried to get an MRI. As many of you know, I'm getting a disc replacement at L5S1 2 days before Christmas, actually. And I needed an MRI. And going through my insurance, I was going to have to pay $550 to get that MRI. Going without insurance, I was able to pay $250. Crazy, I know, but it's the way it is. So many people are going to want to use their insurance if it's going to behoove them, but if not, they will go out of network, and we're going to pick that up next week. So there's arguments both ways, right? But if you're in that insurance model for PT, let's not just say a one-time only MRI, they're going to be coming in repeatedly, so they're going to definitely most likely lean towards using their insurance, unless co-pays, co-insurance, deductibles are so unbelievably high, they might want to opt out of that if they can and if it's legal. Many times it's not. Per the contract, you cannot do that. You have to see them. You're contracted to see them in network. You cannot just say, well, it's not Medicare, I'm going to do cash for this person. Many times you can't. Every state's a little different. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an accountant, but by all means, look at your contract and make sure that you're not violating any of those rules so that you're running into the risk of insurance fraud. So let's not go there. How do you know you have an insurance contract you should keep? That's a popular question I get in this insurance model. I believe, and I have coached routinely, if when you add up all the costs to deliver that therapy session and you add up what you're actually collecting on that therapy session, if the difference is $20 or greater, you should stay in network with that carrier. If you want to jump out of network and work towards somewhat of a hybrid model, hey, that's fine, but you need to know where your cutoff is. And for me, because I had a staffing company for 10 years, it was always, are we making $20, over our cost to deliver that service? So that's my first judge. Secondly, I think that if you're going to stay in network, it's because you get volume. Track the volume of new patients you're getting and where they're coming from. Also, rank your insurance carriers and adjust your marketing accordingly. So you heavily weight it toward the higher reimbursing areas in your community to attract those patients to your clinic, right? There's nothing wrong with knowing the different income levels of the insurance carriers and what they're paying for your services in your community and trying to attract more of it, right? Now, with that said, I wouldn't deny care to others as well. I would definitely make myself available. I'm in network. I have the insurance contract. That's why I'm here. So if you're doing that, I think the thing that we need to do moving forward is, because it's going to be based on volume now, and you don't want to get into shake and bake and low quality care and running people in 3 to 4 an hour. I am not a fan of that. If you're in this insurance model, you absolutely have to maintain the 3 major requirements for high quality care. Number 1, 85% clinical efficiency. Number 2, above 3.75 units, billable units per visit delivered with each and every visit, so everybody feels the love. And number 3, a net promoter score of 9 or higher with success stories and high percentage of kept, because it shows that people are prioritizing their therapy sessions rather than going somewhere else. So if you're in the insurance model, these are the KPIs. These are some of the indicators that are going to tell you that you're doing a good job and you should stay in. The last thing I want to say about this insurance model is billing. When you bill for insurance models, because we have a billing division, Meg Billing Solutions, the bills have to go out every single day by 2. They have to be posted within 48 hours of the EOBs coming in, and they have to be collected on a rigorous 30, 45-day collection schedule so that your AR doesn't get out of control and doesn't get larger than needed. We want to transfer the amount due to the patient while they're still an active patient. So there's my tips on billing, because a lot of people are like, I don't want the insurance headaches. What you're usually thinking of is you don't want the billing headaches, because it's really hard to get a proficient in-house biller in your office who really knows everything and is on top of it every day, doesn't come to work with bad hair days and blows things off or calls out sick or, has a life change that all of a sudden your billing comes to a halt. That's why I think Meg Billing Solutions is rapidly growing so fast, is because people know that they're only paying for what they use and they get the quality that they deserve each and every day. So I would highly recommend, if you're going to be in the insurance model, you're going to be in network, you need somebody who really understands Medicare billing, Medicaid billing, gap billing, and the secondaries, and in primary insurance billing. It is different, the rules and regs for each and every one of them. So that's my advice. I hope that helps give you some perspective. I do think you're going to still win in the insurance game as long as you're following some of these parameters. Oop, knocked my mic over. So that's it for part 1. I look forward to talking to you about the out-of-network model in part 2.